Good morning, guys. Thanks for listening to Coffee with Christ. If you haven't subscribed, hit the button below. Share these with your friends. I'm so thankful that you're listening this morning because today is a good day. And I just am praying that for you. And so we've been talking about free will and choice, the gift of choice. And we're going to keep talking about free will. And because we need to be thinking and owning our life, that we have choices. And so it's been on my heart. And then I get a lot of questions, about this subject. And so it kind of wraps up around free will. So we try to simplify it here in 5 minutes or under, but we're not the only ones with free will. Satan, Lucifer, he had free will. The angels, they had free will to worship God. And it says I won't have time to read it all, so read it. If you want to read about the story, Ezekiel 28 and Isaiah 14, 12 through 14-ish, talks about Satan and Lucifer, how he was a guardian. He was anointed as a guardian angel, and he basically was beautiful. It says stuff like that he was adorned with precious stones, but he took notice of his own beauty and he swelled up with pride. So the angels are created beings. So Satan himself is a created being. So he wants to lie to people that he's the creator and that he creates things, but he's not. He's just a imitation. He tries to imitate, because it says in Isaiah 14:13 that then he had welled up with pride, and so that he actually sought out to replace God on his throne. And so he had free will. Was he going to worship God? Was he going to come under God and trust him that God was the creator? Or was he going to well up and think that he was great and then try to take the place of God? And so that happens with humans today, because technology and we're smart. We're created in the image of God. See, that's the difference between us and Satan, or us and the angels. The angels aren't created in God's image, but humanity is. So we are smart. We are anointed. The same thing can happen to us. We start to think, oh, we're smart. We're doing this. We got this on our own. No, but we have the choice. Are we going to surrender to the Creator? Are we going to acknowledge that all of our goodness is because he created us that way? Or are we going to be like Satan and think we're smart, we got this, we're going to rise up, and we're just going to do our own thing? Well, Satan was overtaken by sin. Humanity gets overtaken by sin. Believers, you guys, we can get overtaken by sin. We start thinking like, we got this, we're doing this, we're laying hands on the sick, and not for one moment think, oh, that's because I'm great, I'm good enough, I can lay hands on the sick and they recover. No. It is all about Jesus. It is all about God, not us. And so Satan was overtaken by sin, and he basically had to fall from grace. He made a choice. He had free will, and he chose to not acknowledge God. And in Revelation 12:4, many interpret it, it talks about a third of the stars, and that's an image that's used for angels in the Bible. And so it says that they chose to go with Satan. And so that's what many of us would call demons. Now, they're fallen angels. They're angels that decided to follow Satan. They decided to make their own way. And so it shows that they did have free will. Even the angels had to choose to worship God, to surrender to God. And so then that's how you get everything mixed now. That's how you get all this stuff that when they fell and they're down here, they have some power here on this earth. Now, it's limited. Jesus assured that there is going to be consequences for that. One day, Satan's rule and reign will come to an end because God is the Almighty. But right now, he has some power. and we have a choice. Are we going to follow him like a third of the angels? Because if we're not following God, we are following darkness by default. Or are we going to follow God? And that's the power of choice. We can make that choice every day. We can make that choice to acknowledge that we're a created being. There's only so much we can do. Our knowledge and our power, we only have in limited quality because of, and it's from God. He is almighty and all powerful. So just thought I'd touch on that to show you that the angels had free will, just to expound on that. I want you to have a great day. I'm praying for you, and I will talk to you tomorrow.